Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Eggplant Podcast, a podcast where we Eggplants talk about stuff. I am your host, Miku Fricker249.
And Shinso Blues over here.
What the fuck? I'm I'm chaotic. God damn, that threw me off guard. What the fuck?
The beauties of voice mod.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't expect that at all.
But yeah, it's a very beautiful thing.
Yeah, actually, my name is Sumire Marie Itoski. Hi everyone, how's it going?
Doing all right. Just me being me. Bunch of new games and all.
Right. And
Chaotic.
what about you, Chaotix?
I've been here this entire time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you were in here in spirit.
Like a ghost or something.
Kinda. But to answer your question, I've been okay.
That's right.
Yep.
We've been I've been living the good life.
Plain simple, we could thank Chaotic for this.
Yes.
It's not my fault I found that fucking vine.
Welcome to the good life.
Hey, did I say I was complaining?
No, but to anybody who doesn't know what Vine is, it's basically TikTok, but
Before
less
TikTok.
shit, but still shit. It's basically the same shit, just under a different name.
Yep. But
Yep.
yeah. So the past few weeks have been crazy, to say the least.
Yeah. I don't think we want to get into it, but just like I'm pretty sure everybody knows what we're kind of talking about.
Yep.
But just yeah, it's pretty nuts out there.
Yeah. Stay safe, everybody. Mwah!
Yep.
Right. But anyways, we're here to talk about fun stuff, and fun stuff we will be talking about. And first up, we have a PC gaming showcase that's already been announced.
Yeah, in fact, actually, pretty much just today, as we actually record this.
Yeah.
Just like particularly, I know the big deal, which I've really seen people have, is actually that Atlas is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
There, so people are already running a little bit, just like very all like, what's Atlas going to announce?
Persona 5 on PC. Persona 4 Golden on PC.
Persona 5 the Imperial.
Yeah, plain simple. This is just Star Wars editions Persona.
This was actually Persona 5.
Well, think about it. What the fuck comes after the Royal and Empire, so Imperial?
Arena?
The Dominion?
No.
Dominion? The Renaissance?
I
don't know. It's a good question, honestly.
My guess is maybe they're just gonna port more shit. Maybe if they're lucky, either you'll see a surprise announcement of Persona 5 being on PC, or maybe Persona 5 Scramble on PC. I don't fucking know.
Persona 5 Scramble exclusive to PC.
I mean, I also remember seeing actually one thing, which was actually slightly a possibility. Just like, do you know the company of Vanillaware?
Nope.
Oh, the people make Odin Sphere and Dragon's Crown.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? They made Odin Sphere?
Yeah.
Holy heck! I didn't know that.
Yeah, but plain simple, at least like the one which people actually had was that there was a game which was supposed to come out it's actually out now in Japan, but it was supposed to come out in the West.
Aegis Rim, 13 Sentinels or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. I had to look it up to remember the name myself. But some people are possibly even speculating maybe that, especially some people were mentioning maybe something involving Vanillaware.
Mm-hmm.
there, but yeah, at this point, it's all just wild speculation.
All right.
Other than that, I got nothing else for that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how the PC gaming showcase will go. Pretty sure Atlas will steal the show.
Persona 5 Battle Royale.
Then again, there is a JoJo Battle Royale game.
God.
I still don't know how that works.
Basically, I remember seeing it once. There was something about like different characters and each character having like different abilities or something. Something, I don't know, like some of them maybe even have like stands. I don't even
Dio,
really
where
know.
are we dropping?
But anyways, and speaking of showcase announcements, PS5.
Well, hopefully we'll see something more for the PS5 because we haven't really heard much about the PS5 itself.
Is it weird that I'm just mostly excited to see what new games are coming instead of the actual system?
Honestly, that's always how it is for me, even with consoles. It's always just like I'm always generally late to get consoles a lot of times, just because I have to wait to see like what games are actually coming out on it.
Yeah, because if the lineup sucks, you're like, okay, I guess I'm keeping my PS4 for another year or two.
Yeah, like it's again. I think I mentioned it before, but it's like the closest game console which I ever got to launch was the Switch, which I got like 2 months after launch.
I mean, the lineup for the Switch was pretty decent. We had Breath of the Wild. We have
Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And-
also at least for me, there was also the Disgaea 5 complete. I like
sweet.
this guy. I like Disgaea.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
2017 was a good year for Nintendo.
I mean, then again, Nintendo's doing pretty well now, even.
Exactly.
I thought last year was pretty lit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Astral Chain.
Also,
Soul Train.
Joker and Smash.
Fire Emblem 3 Nutsacks.
also Terry. Terry the hero, Dragon Quest 11S.
Yeah, he was really cool. And it got me into SNK.
Yeah, but oh yeah. Also, wasn't it also the Splat Apocalypse also last year?
That was lit.
I still
Like-
get to play Split.
Dang it, Kay, how to get to it?
Dude,
I do.
dude,
With the actually know physically, I know stupid thing like the whole bullshit going on. I don't even want to go outside.
Do it
Right.
now.
Like, I really want to die while just to get kids.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that depends on how devoted you are.
It depends on the game. So, like 2 or something like that. I get it. Setting them up.
Right.
right.
But yeah. But hopefully we'll see something new at least for PlayStation 5. Something good.
The last of us.
No.
Slow down, cowboy. Oh boy, we still have yet to get through part 2. With however that turns out.
Right. Other than that, yeah. PS5. What else? PS5 is a thing. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, at least for that, at least moving on to a sort of our next thing is probably the big release that actually happened at least for within the last couple of weeks, which was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
it's about.
Yeah, and plain simple, all 3 of us have it.
But we haven't. But have you guys beaten the game yet?
Nope,
I beat the original game a long ass time ago, but the
I
thing
never
is,
beat it.
that was a long ass time ago, so I don't remember it. I remember bits and pieces of it, but not to the point where I'd be like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I'd be like, I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
Right.
Because I did beat it a long time ago. Just don't ask like middle school me or something.
I had the game on the 3DS, but I never beat it. Like I got decently far, I think. thing, but again, never beat it. I blame the side quests because there's
definitely
so many side quests.
I
and
never
just
do them.
I
Yeah.
do.
I mean, I do side quests for certain games, but when it comes to Xenoblade, I'm like, yeah, no, it's even funny too. Like on the Definitive Edition tutorial, you can get by the game without completing any side stuff. Good. I'm like,
Nice.
good. I'm never touching these.
There's also these heart-to-hearts.
Oh right, though right, yeah. I mean, those are
And-
some good events.
Yeah, but they are very tricky to trigger.
Well,
It-
just plain simple. Yeah, I mean, especially just like early on, like you see all the heart-to-heart areas, but it's just like. It tells you, it's like, sorry, you can't do it. You need these characters. You don't have these characters yet.
And they need to be in a specific
Affinity.
Yeah. Xenoblade 2 didn't do that.
Yeah, it was pretty much just like if you have the characters in your party, you can actually go do the heart-to-heart.
Right.
But yeah, but even then at least, see, Definitive Edition, it's really good. Seriously, especially the graphical glow up which they gave the game. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
It's funny too, cause like the way how I describe it is when you look at the old one, I always think of that one scene from Deadpool where this one guy says, "Motherfucker, you are ugly to look at."
I
Yeah,
don't actually remember that scene.
yeah, yeah. Xenoblade, the original Xenoblade 1 did not age well. Graphically, that is.
Yeah, definitely the Switch gave it a really, really good glow up.
Yeah, like
They don't look like they're dead inside anymore.
Yeah, then again, I'm still very early in the game.
and I just recruited Ricky into my party.
I
Yeah.
barely got
Well.
done, Ben.
And for me, I don't even have Charla.
Yeah, and heck, there are so many games I have right now. I have Meeks, Senran Kagura Peach Ball, Night Trap, which is a game that I highly do not recommend because the gameplay sucks. Undertale, and yeah, so many other things. Also Resident Evil 1.
And then there's just me, also just like I can hardly keep myself from playing multiple games because
You're not
of
the
my
only one. I
work.
stopped caring a long time ago. This used to be less of an issue for me. Now I'm just like, I want to play. Look at all this shit I can play. Then I'm like, I have nothing to play.
Yeah, it's just like you have like a full shelf of games.
I know, and they're like,
Nothing.
"Am I a
I've got
joke
nothing.
to you?" I'm like, I mean, you can be.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I even just like actually recently tried to clean up a little bit. It's just like I have so much stuff here. Like me looking here off the side, Final Fantasy Type 0, Tokita, and Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, Dark Rose Valkyrie, Exist Archive, Akiba's Beat, Valkyria Chronicles 4,
So many.
or Summon Night 6, Demon Gaze 2.
It's funny because is it weird that I completely forgot I own Sakura Wars?
Take it,
Just by
man!
me
You gotta
buying
get.
it.
Dang it, man! You gotta get back to that. Me too. I did a little bit.
Because I'm like, I was scrolling through my games because I was playing Saints Row 3, the remastering, and next to it was Sakura Wars. I'm like, wait, I own Sakura Wars?
Yeah, I mean, just like even for me, it's just like I just had like the inkling that it's just like I want to go back and play Sakura Wars. Then again, I am kind of glad I did a little bit just because plain simple some of the scenes which I get, like plain simple just Hakushu just talking about Omu Rice. Like apparently she just freaking loves Omu Rice.
Ah, yes, Omurice. A good boy.
Stop reminding me of Food Fantasy. I haven't played that game in forever.
Same here.
Yeah, but still, also just like in my game at least, I got like a special event with Claris. Just like I have to help her write a script, and just like the last part of it, plain simple, we're trying to come up with basically the
Oh, you
climax.
can look up
for
her
the story.
underwear.
Oh yeah, and then she just like pushes Seijiro down, and it's just like completely awkward. I mean, especially just like she actually says here, I've never pushed anyone to the ground before. Have I done it properly? Claris, I don't freaking know. No, how do you think I feel in this situation?
Play a real Shin Megami Tensei game.
But this is a Sakura Wars game. Also, at least like you mentioned, like looking at her her underwear, just like some of the options that they actually had during the segments. Just like plain simple, just like I can't just stand here staring at her butt. I'll read something to pass the time. And then also just like, that's a fine pair of legs.
Lord.
And then also just like pointing actually at her boobs. Says, I shouldn't stare. She's just so shapely. Yeah, plain simple, you can actually just play Sakura Wars and pretty much make Seijiro into a perv.
I play him wholesomely, I just don't see him as a perv.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's at least if I do have anything pervy, it's more me being like an accidental one, like like for example, walking in on somebody taking a shower or a bath.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be playing Koikatsu Party and catch your waifu peeing.
That is
disturbing.
And also catch a waifu.
Someone had to animate that. Just mind you.
Well, it's an interesting job, I suppose.
Just imagine me in the office today. Okay, guys, we're making a hentai game. You animate this girl peeing. Why though? Just do it.
Yeah, it's always just like one of those considerations. It's just like you have to remember. It's just like somebody had to do this.
Kind of reminds me of this one thing from fucking one of the expansions for Grand Theft Auto 4. It was like this male stripper. You see his dick and balls hanging out. I remember the comment for the guy who did it. I remember asking, well, someone has to fucking animate it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just like, you people are nuts.
Yeah, but
They put themselves in a line of duty just for us.
yeah. But anyway, we were talking about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, our first thoughts, that is.
Plain simple, really good. It's Xenoblade. It's pretty much Xenoblade, but better.
Yeah.
I just call it Xenonut Chronicles because of how good it is. It makes you nut again.
Yeah, or as autocorrect likes to call it, Xenophobia Chronicles.
I'll never get that. I remember like getting Xenoblade Chronicles and like just typing in chat, guys, I got Xenophobia Chronicles.
Yeah, plain simple. Chaotix autocorrect is very interesting.
Well, the thing is, the only thing my phone recognizes is like LOL and like slang terms. But when it comes to like unique titles, such as like a Japanese name or like a game that has like just like Xenoblade in it in the title, my phone's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you trying to type?"
And
So it puts Xenophobia Chronicles. I'm like, what?
That just reminds me of just like those Google suggestions, like it's just like you type something and it's just like, did you mean this?
It's like typing in Hatsune Miku and like, did you have this? Do you mean this? or wubba dub dub.
I mean, I just remembered they actually had like even just like I remember they had like Google images and like the Smosh video if websites are real. It's like, hello, I'd like a picture of a toaster. Certainly. Here's a naked girl with a toaster. It's like, no, I just want a plain toaster and nothing but a toaster.
I
Did
mean, you can
mean,
just Photoshop the toaster out.
Yeah, but then again, just like afterwards, it's like, did you mean a plain girl with a toaster up her butt? That sounds about right.
Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, my stomach.
Toaster-chan.
Yeah,
But-
I guess my favorite toaster.
No, that's a weird way to say Labras.
Or, I'm sorry, Metis.
They're the
Nobody
same
talks-
person.
Nobody talks about Metis anymore, and it kind of
She
makes me
did.
sad a little. It makes me sad a little bit.
But anyways, yeah. Xenophobia Chronicles Definitive Edition is a fun game.
I can get behind that.
Alright. But it's good so far. We haven't touched the Future Connect yet. Or Future
Yeah.
Connect.
I mean, you have to beat the main game first, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you have played through the entire game, you can still
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But it's just like you have to at least have played through Xenoblade Chronicles, even if it's not the definitive edition.
yeah. But yeah, Xenoblade the definitive edition is fun. 9 out of 10. Moving on. Alright.
Yeah. And at least also there was at least a game which actually we had hopefully been meaning to talk about for a little bit, but Chaotic actually had those, but basically Daymare.
Oh yeah. So hold on, let me adjust something. Okay, so Daymare is basically just some backstory to it, so I'll try to skim through it as fast as I can. So back in the day, before RE2 Remake was even a fucking thing, this small team of like maybe a guy or two in Italy were running a prototype like Unreal 4 engine remake of Resident Evil 2, and it played and looked amazingly. And the funny part is, they were able to mix first-person camera angles along with the classic, like fixed camera angles along with the RE4 camera. It was all built in, and you can switch simultaneously between each one. So you could fit your playstyle. You can play the game first-person, how Resident Evil was originally going to be. It was going to be a first-person shooter. Or you could play classically, how just the classic RE Resident Evil. Or you can play like over the shoulder. And then, Capcom eventually saw this, and like, yeah, no. But they respected the work that developers did, so they actually flew them out to see the prototype build in secret of what Resident Evil 2 Remake was. And they were like, holy shit. And so, you know what? They went back to the drawing board. Instead of scrapping what they had, they're like, okay, guys, instead of just scrapping and just giving up entirely, how about we take what we originally did and make a game out of it while paying homage to Resident Evil? And that's where Daymare comes in. It's called Daymare 1998. It literally beats you over the head with it. It takes place in 1998, which is a reference to the original viral outbreak in Resident Evil. You play as 3 characters. Basically, you play as like how I explain it is 2 of these characters. One is called Liev, the other one's called Raven. They're basically part of this group called Hades, which is an acronym. I don't remember it because it's long as fuck. Basically, they're kind of like the Umbrella security force from like the previous Resident Evil games, like the bad guys, basically.
That's never a good thing.
It's never a good thing, but it's interesting to basically play as the bad guy. And then the third character, you play as this fire park ranger named Sam. And what's unique about Sam is, he's just a normal guy. He's a Firewatch ranger. He's a park ranger. But the thing is, Sam kind of has like this mental condition where he sees things that are not there, and this is further amplified by the outbreak that's happening. And this is where the game kind of mixes Silent Hill in a way, with Sam is you'll see shit that's not there, but it's also kind of shitty in a gameplay aspect because you kind of waste ammo on something that's not there. I mean, that's probably what the intention is, to keep your toes, like just to be aware. But it is kind of annoying where like this game is like super brutal on like conserving your ammo, like even worse than the original Resident Evil games were. In this one, like you barely have, it's like food. It's like sir, do you spare like a bullet in these trying times? It's basically that. So you kind of mess up. And the game, I give it from a fair standpoint. It's literally just made by a small team of people, so there's issues with it, but it's not like to the point where it's unplayable. You're just like frame rate issues, some weird animations, and like shitty, like not shitty, but like awkward voice acting. Because like I remember how I said these guys are originally from Italy, and English isn't their native language, so the script is really awkward. Like,
But
one of
is
my
it, like-
favorite lines, I'm not sure if it's intentional by them, because if it is, holy shit, that's amazing. But one of the lines is, yeah, that guy's gonna be there. But the thing is, he'll be there. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
What?
Like, just
What?
imagine some
He's gonna
super
really be
gruff
there.
military guy say, yeah, expect Dr. Something Something to be there. Oh, he'll be there. I'm like, what?
It almost sounds like it almost in a way sounds like he's trying to be ominous or something.
Yeah, and obviously, I can forgive that because, English isn't their native language. But the stuff that they made is pretty top-notch. But here's an interesting mechanic from the game that will turn you off completely, or will kind of make you scratch your head and going, you know what? That probably sounded good on paper, but it's horribly executed. So the game is actually on a regular day-to-day mechanic in a video game, reloading. So the game is really weird when it comes to reloading. Well, not weird, but unique. So when you reload your gun, you drop the gun magazine, right?
Right.
But you can pick it up again.
What?
So you can pick it up again, but here's the thing. There's two ways of reloading. The fast reload, if you just press square or whatever system you're playing it on, you'll drop the magazine you're using, and you'll put in a new fresh one from your stock. But the abandoned one will still be there. So say, for example, let's say your magazine carries only 10 shots. And let's say you fire 2 shots, and then, by instinct, some people have a bad habit of reloading after every shot, which is me.
I'm guilty.
I'm guilty of that too. So you'll drop it. So the magazine that you drop will still have 9 bullets left, while you put in an entirely new one. And then if you hold square, you'll do a slower reload animation, but you'll fill up the new stock. But the magazine that you use goes back into your inventory slot. And with your inventory, which is in real time, by the way, it's not like in Resident Evil where the game pauses, which makes this mechanic more annoying. If you pause the game, it wouldn't be an issue. But it's more annoying where, because the thing is, you have to manually input each bullet in the menu into the freaking magazine slot.
Jeez.
Oh.
So
That is-
imagine doing this mid-fight.
Oh dear God.
Oh.
Like I said, this wouldn't be an issue if the game paused.
But it doesn't.
So basically what to do is you basically have to, that's a creepy looking hallway over there. Or that looks a suspiciously open arena type thing. Let me reload these 20 different bullets into 3 different magazines just in case.
See,
on
there's-
paper, maybe it sounded cool. Because it does sound cool. But in actual gameplay execution, it's really awkward.
Yeah, I can certainly imagine. There's actually one game which I can actually think of which does at least some semi-similar, which is actually the original Mafia.
I forgot about that. Holy shit! I forgot that the original Mafia does that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, just basically at least if you actually reload, you actually lose your entire magazine, basically.
Mhm. I wonder if they're gonna do that for the remake.
Good question. That's right. There is a Mafia remake coming.
This August, which is a very good game. But how Daymare works is it's obviously your standard kind of like a Resident Evil type game. It's you first start off as this guy called Liev. You don't really see his face until the end. But basically, you go into a facility, you have to collect the virus sample, where the fuck you're trying to get, and bring it back. And then shit hits the fan. And then, he crashed, the helicopter crashes, and he's in this little town area. And the thing is, there's exposed gas of the virus. And your timer is basically your gas, it's an icon of your head with a gas mask on, and it's counting down, so you're losing oxygen the more you're out there. And you can only, catch your breath by going inside the houses. But you're constantly being chased by zombies at the same time. Which is a pretty cool, intro to the game. And then after that, I think you play, because I've only played a little bit of it. I'm almost to the end, but the thing is, I don't remember the beginning. But then you control Sam, the park ranger guy. And this is where the game kind of makes you feel like maybe we should have started as Sam and then switched to the Liev guy. Because the way how Sam plays is it literally plays like an introduction, like an intro to Resident Evil. I'm like, shouldn't we have just played as Sam first? Because the way he's built up is he witnesses the virus firsthand, and I'm like, oh, we should have just played as the Sam guy. And then the other character is the helicopter pilot with the same evil guy called Liev. His name is Raven, and he starts off in the city, which is basically his level is basically a recreation of Resident Evil 3's like downtown Raccoon City area, which is freaking great.
That's cool.
Which is really great. The game's good. I mean, it looks okay. The zombies look cool. The animations are awkward as fuck though. Like the way like a zombie runs at you, it kind of looks like it has a stick up his ass and he's trying to get it out.
Well,
And yeah, the game's pretty fun. It's just, awkward reload mechanic. The inventory system's cool because it's like an iPad on your arm. I don't know how the fuck that existed in 1998, but fuck it. And basically it shows you like it shows your body, right? Like your status, and it shows you like if you overdose on on healing items, you can overdose on it, and it grants you benefits like more stamina or more damage reduction, but you get the negative health side effects on it. So by the time you relapse, you start feeling really weird. So it kind of tells you, hey, maybe you shouldn't overboard on this. Try maybe consuming some of the energy drinks or like energy bars that are around. And just use your the medical syringes as a last resort.
Right.
I see.
So it's really interesting how it does it, and I kind of wish like they added a mechanic for the Sam guy, the park ranger dude, where like his insanity meter goes up, or like he has a sanity meter. I wish they would have added that, so like it can cause your hallucinations to be either more intense or less intense,
Or even more frequent.
or even more frequent, or like maybe like have like an item where like you can reduce or increase your sanity for whatever reason, kind of like how Eternal Darkness does it. I wish they would have done something like that, but it's still fun. Out of all the three, I like playing Sam because he's the most likable.
I see.
Although his character model is kind of bad. Like he himself doesn't look that bad. It's just his beard. It looks like It looks like one of those fake beards in movies where it looks like somebody cut their pubes and just attached it to his face.
Well then.
That's what he looks like. I'm just like, no, don't do this man like that, because he's a fun character. He's the most sympathetic of the bunch because, like I said, he's a normal dude, a park ranger, and he has a mental condition.
Right.
Poor guy.
But yeah, it's a fun game. I recommend it. Based on like what I've played so far, because I haven't beaten it, I'm like near the end. I give it like maybe like a 7. Like a 7. It would be an 8 if it didn't have that awkward reload mechanic.
Right.
Or if it let you pause while you're doing it, because if you did, then it's not an issue.
Yeah, definitely that's a very strange mechanic for them to put in, especially
because later on you fight like these two big bosses, kind of like tyrants from Resident Evil, at the same time. Imagine reloading to that.
Sounds
and
fun.
It's weird too because the game does this. When you fight bosses, the game kind of knows it's unfair with its reload mechanic, because when you fight bosses, there's crates with infinite ammo. Oh, well, not infinite ammo, but like infinite like magazine stocks, and they're all fully loaded. So it kind of makes the point like, then what the fuck was the point?
Right. It definitely does sound a little odd with that implementation.
Like it's odd, but that's. But yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's good. It's a good game. Definitely, I do definitely recommend it at a 7.
All right.
Okay, so now that we're done talking about a Daymare, I do want to try it out at one point. Now is our chance to talk about random stuff. First of all, Meeks!
Miku.
Yeah.
Just plain simple. I guess we can say that a Vocaloid bug has been rebitten in us.
Yeah.
Just plain simple. Project Diva Mega Mix is a thing.
Yeah, it came out recently in the West, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I even just actually got it myself. itself, but it's just actually just really fun just playing the game, even though I don't do rhythm games that well. Especially this one, because just like, I'm sorry, the background just looks so pretty, but I need to focus on the foreground where I need to put the button inputs.
I know. That's one of my biggest gripes of the Project Diva games. It's not really even like a problem. It's just like, yo, the music video is so pretty, but I have to keep my eyes on the buttons. What the fuck?
Yeah, even at worst, sometimes it's just like it's just like the notes you're supposed to press, and sometimes you almost feel like they're blending in to the background.
Yeah, like they're blending in, or like the motion of what's going on in the movie kind of obscures what your button inputs are, which I feel like is intentional, because yeah, it's a rhythm game, but you also kind of feel like a challenge to it. And it sucks for me too, because I have a hard time keeping track of stuff, because my eyesight has been, I won't say failing me, but obviously age does that to you. And like I have this issue with Smash. I don't know what's going on half the time in Smash. Same thing with the Project Diva games. I can tell what's going on. It's just the thing is the letters come at you like in different directions. I'm like, no, stop. Just go in one direction, please.
Yeah, and
They'll
even
come out
then,
diagonally, horizontally, like direction. I'm just like, no, just scroll it down or do the Guitar Hero thing. Just slide in one side.
and even then, for me, even like I actually had this more recently today. It's just like sometimes like this, like I'll actually start a song, and it's just like I'm just completely unprepared for it starting. Starting like I just played, like for example, like the disappearance of Hatsune Miku. Miku, and it's just like immediately as the song starts, it's actually beginning, and I was just looking off to the side and something. It's just like, hold on, I wasn't ready. I had to just like to retry it.
That's the beauty of Project Diva games.
They're really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're
Yeah,
great time killers too, because like oh, I could be. This song's only like 3 minutes, and you end up spending like 20 minutes trying to master the fucking song.
Yeah, just. But yeah, I mean, pretty simple. Just like rhythm games in a way are just a really good time kill in general.
They're also a good stress lever too, because you know, like you're keeping active with your fingers.
True. I mean, then
Yeah.
again, at least I think one of the early rhythm games I actually played was like Elite Beat Agents. I mean, that's basically what we got instead of like Osu, because we wouldn't understand Japanese pop culture references.
Yet. It's funny because I've grown up playing the Project Diva game. Like, back in 2011 when Project Diva Extend happened. I think it was Christmas Eve when I got the game. Or like Christmas week. And I was like a 10-year-old child. Jeebus.
Dang.
I've only played the Vita ones because we didn't get those adaptations when they were PSP games.
Yeah, I've actually imported Extend because my Vita PSP was region free. So, and fun fact, I did not understand Japanese.
Yeah, then again, at least I remember that I actually got, I think it was one of the early Project Diva games, a demo for it. Like there was like a site which had like demos from the Japanese store. So I just downloaded it to my PSP, and I actually did play it. Still remember me playing Aikotoba and Just Be Friends.
Those songs slap hard.
I remember wasting hours because I have music on my Vita, and I remember wasting hours upon hours with the fucking the custom music editor.
Oh, edit mode.
It was so much fun making your own song with the songs that you have, along with the music video to match it. And since I'm a perfectionist, plus I love doing the camera mode shit, so imagine my shit mixed with my music with the Project Diva inputs. I'm like, that's a dream come true. I hate that they removed. I hate that the PS4 versions remove custom music, because I would have just continued doing that for ages.
Yeah, Project Diva X was a really bad indicator because they had because in place of edit mode they have concert editor, and I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah, it does certainly sound like a shame.
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah. Yeah, but at least also me moving on to other things for myself. I managed to get myself at least also the
Hey,
Animal Crossing New
at
Horizons.
least these are good. But you've joined the team.
Yeah. I mean, I mentioned it before, but it's like the only other Animal Crossing game I played was like Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS. And
Well,
DS. Huh?
I actually remember playing that game when I was little.
Yeah, I used to
So-
play it actually a little bit of a good deal, but then obviously I don't use the DS much anymore, so I don't have the game anymore.
Speaking of Animal Crossing, I keep forgetting my icon on the Switch is Tom Nook. I feel like everyone's like, damn, this fucker's out to get my fucking taxes.
Then again, I'm pretty sure Yoshi might have something to question about that.
Chaotic? Are you saying that you're out to get our taxes?
I mean...
Chaotic?
Hey, I'm not as evil as fucking a talking raccoon, okay?
Okay, I believe you.
But yeah, but plain and simple, I'm just having fun. I mean, I'm still early on. I actually think... Oh, actually, that was yesterday. I actually managed to actually get the iron nuggets delivered so I could actually have Tom Nook build a shop.
Fuck you, Tom Nook.
Hey, I'm still in debt for my house. I still need to pay about 80,000 bells. Oh, so curse you, Nook. This was your scheme all along, wasn't it?
Exactly.
It's funny because Melody calls him Daddy Nook.
Mel.
I'm
Mel.
just like, he's out to get your taxes. He won't be your daddy for long.
Yeah, he's out for your money.
He may seem like a nice man, but that's just the front. He's
Oh,
secretly
God,
running a Mexican drug cartel under there.
Honestly, just like as soon as I actually said money in the way I did, that just reminded me of actually the one Platinum Games April Fool's joke. They had like a game which was supposed to be a really intense money business management game. And gave like seriously like they had like this one guy in there like really buff in a mech suit. And he said something like "your money or your life." Honestly, that's the only downside I had with the April Fool's video. It was April Fool's.
Everyone
I
wanted it to be a
play
game.
Yeah, it's like I actually want this. I don't care how if it wouldn't work. I just want to see it.
Now that you mentioned like business guy in the suit, have you guys heard of fucking Metal Wolf Chaos?
Metal Wolf Chaos?
Metal Wolf. I feel like I may have heard it.
Okay,
I'll
so
look it
here's
up
the
now.
quick synopsis of it. The vice president somehow does treason and wants to overthrow the president. So the president hops in a fucking America-themed mech suit against the mecha forces of the vice president to determine the president of the United States of America. It is the most Japanese anime shit I have ever seen, and the dub is so bad it's good. It's on Switch
Dear
and
Lord.
like PS4, by the way. It's an old PS2 game. It never came out in the West, at least like in the US. I know it probably came out for Europe, I think, back in the PS2. But it came out in the West in America officially, like now via like limited run games. So you can get it on PS4 and like Switch, and I think maybe PC. But yeah, that's what the game is, and it's fucking hilarious.
I mean, it certainly sounds hilarious with a concept like that. Then again, that just reminds me of just like the like I think it was Bad Dudes on the NES. Like just like, are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president? Actual quote from the game.
I thought you were about to say President's Daughter, and I instantly thought of Ashley from RE4.
Let us not be reminded of her.
Unless you have the armor set, in which case
Okay,
I'm
okay, that's true.
invincible!
Yeah, that is actually very true.
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah.
at least mostly invincible, I think. But still, it's better than nothing.
But anyways, what were you talking about again?
Just
Well,
random
I was
shit.
at least I just mentioned Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. I still need to get back into it but there are so many games I have to beat. Recently I got Night Trap. You know, one of the most controversial games
Back in
Well-
the day.
back in
Yeah.
the game, that is. Nowadays the game just sucks. I played it for myself. It was not that great.
It's so cheesy.
No, the problem is that the gameplay is very, very shallow, repetitive, and frustrating.
I mean, I think that was actually something which was sort of common between a lot of FNV games. I mean, a lot of it is basically just like do a thing when we tell you to do it in the video. Oh, otherwise, you fail and maybe die.
Yeah. I try. It's so bad. It's honestly one of the worst games I've played. I'm not gonna lie. But it does have its positive. It's cheesy in a good way. Because I think it was the 90s. Or 80s.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
the 90s.
Yeah, so I think it was recorded in the late 80s.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm actually just now looking at it. Maybe.
Yeah, but Night Trap. Night
Yeah,
Trap is very, very tame nowadays compared
Yeah.
to
then
Sorry, you go.
I was gonna say, it was just like then again, the original Mortal Kombat was also considered to be really extreme. Even look where we are now with Mortal Kombat now.
Okay, but here's the funny part though, because I grew up with Mortal Kombat. It was one of the first games I ever played too. Back in the day, I was amazed by this shit. If you told 5-year-old me with the graphics we have now, and you show me a footage of like Sub-Zero doing the fatality he does now, as a 5-year-old, I'd be like, that's fucking gross. And no way that's a video game. That looks fucking real. But yeah, if you show people back in the 90s modern Mortal Kombat, yeah, no, that shit would be shut down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and-
I'm pretty sure you'd have like the CIA and FBI investigating
Yeah.
like Nether realms.
I remember like on the news, Mortal Kombat being such a big ass thing, and my parents like, don't buy that game. I'm like, I've been playing it since like 2 hours ago. And then the reason why we have the ESRB now is because of fucking Sub-Zero. Like seriously, how is Sub-Zero not considered one of the greatest characters of all time? This motherfucker invented the ESRB with his fatality where he rips your head off with your spine. That's metal as shit. This guy is the reason why we have the ESRB. Not only is that freaking cool, but also kind of lame. But this man is that badass that he literally made the entire country do a fucking Karen moment.
I mean, Night Trap was also there to help, but definitely I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Mortal Kombat was easily one which had probably the bigger legacy in the end.
Yeah. Daddy
Yeah.
Sub-Zero. Also, please, add him in Smash for fuck's sake.
okay.
I swear,
Sure.
play it simple. His final smash is going to be his fatality.
No, they could just do something like an Injustice 2. I'm not sure if you played it, where he literally does like a power slide, shoots like a bunch of ice bullets at you, and just yeets you across the fucking screen, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I would like that.
Wait, are you talking about like the DC game, or are you actually talking about the Injustice games?
The Injustice games, yeah, he's in the game as a DLC character.
Oh, Sub-Zero is?
Yeah, Sub-Zero's in it. Yeah, he has like the best super in the fucking game.
I didn't realize that actually Sub-Zero was in it. The only game I played for Injustice was actually the first one, but that one featured Scorpion.
In the second one, you get Raiden, and fucking Sub-Zero, and they're both amazing.
Huh. I actually did not know that.
I'll link you the fucking his super. And I'm like, that's his final smash right there. How can you not?
Yeah, but I remember they had like the one DC versus Mortal Kombat game,
Oh, we
like
don't
back
talk
on the
about that
PS3
one.
and Xbox 360.
I've actually,
We
I
don't talk
act-
about that one.
I actually bought that game a long time
Oh,
ago
no.
when I was getting into like my.
You were exposed to the worst
itchy.
Mortal Kombat ever. Actually, wait. There's a tie between the worst Mortal Kombat, at least mainline fighting games. I mean, 4 was bad, but it was still okay. Number 4 is a master. Mortal Kombat 4 is a masterpiece compared to Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just the big
Because-
problem as I
Because
recall
to be
was...
sorry, but to
I
be
was gonna
honest,
say... Go
sorry,
ahead, go ahead.
But I think the reason why I wanted to I bought the game was because the fatalities were less gory, and at the time my parents did not want me to get gory games. I was 12 years old though.
Play Mortal Kombat now, please.
I played Mortal Kombat 9 for on the Vita. The graphics sucked.
Oh yeah,
Moving-
but obviously but it's still a great game though. Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, when 9 came out, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I actually watched the Fatality compilation. I was like, wow, it's so cool. Wow, this is gross. I like it.
Also, speaking of Mortal Kombat now, I highly doubt both of you played it, but I've played it. To me, it's considered the best. I consider it the best non-mainline fighting game, Mortal Kombat game. It's Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It's a co-op, beat-em-up fighting game, action-adventure RPG with like the fighting, like the combat's like a mix between like God of War and like Baby's Devil May Cry, and it is fucking amazing. Like, literally, you play through the entire story of Mortal Kombat 2 as Liu Kang and Kung Lao in a third-person action-adventure beat-em-up game, and it is amazing. And here's the best part. You can unlock Scorpion and Sub-Zero for the story mode.
Oh,
Nice.
And
I
they
may
each
have
they
heard
each
about
have their
it.
own respective fatalities. And I'm like, when I played that as a little kid, it is a must. Plus, co-op is amazing. But the shitty part is you share a life bar.
Oh. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't trust myself with a partner in a life bar.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about the game is you share a life bar. And the shitty part is there was actually a planned sequel for the PS3 and 360 in its late life with Scorpion Sub-Zero as the protagonist. It got canceled. I'm like, why? Everyone wants a part 2. The first one was amazing, but then the protagonist was Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the two most iconic poster boys of Mortal Kombat. How do you say no to that?
I mean,
It sounds like that's the offer.
technically, we do have Mythology Sub-Zero.
That doesn't count, and it's shitty. The fact that it's
Yeah.
canon is baffling.
Yeah.
And it sucks too because it's my favorite character of the whole fucking game. And one of my favorite characters of all time. And they do Sub-Zero this badly, his story. I'm like, why? Don't do that. Don't even get me started on Mortal Kombat Special Forces. That game was like a mix between poor man's Metal Gear Solid and Mortal Kombat. I'm like, don't do that to Jax. He's one of the coolest characters in all Mortal Kombat. Don't do that to Jax.
Yeah, I've heard some not great things, at least, about mythologies. Heck, there's an AVGN episode for it.
Oh yeah.
It's so yeah.
Also, the intro to Mortal Kombat Special Forces is probably like the only good thing because it's so fucking stupid. Because I explained to you what the game is. It's like poor man's Metal Gear Solid mixed with like beat 'em up Mortal Kombat, which in paper and like execution isn't bad. The game just doesn't know what it be, but the intro is like fucking 70s porno. It even has the music too, and like, and I'm like, don't do this to Jax. The fact that they reference it in his friendship for fucking Mortal Kombat 11 is amazing though.
Oh my goodness.
Link me the video. I need to see that right now.
I will once we're done. Holy shit.
But yeah, just that sounds hilarious. Yeah, that just really does sound hilarious. Like, how?
Yeah, but yeah. Daddy Sub-Zero created the ASRP, and Mortal Kombat is awesome. I need to get.
Miku made Minecraft.
I thought she made Harry Potter as well.
She made everything. If anything, she made Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, just plain simple at this point. Wouldn't be surprised if Miku is the common ancestor.
Miku made the Nintendo Switch. That is in my hands.
Have you seen that one fucking mod from Skyrim? Where you can play as like an ancestral fucking skeleton, but it has Miku's hair on it. It's literally just a skeleton with Miku's hair.
Oh my god. I feel like I need to see that. That just Jesus Christ. Hey, so I swear the things that people come up with in mods.
Mods are a freaking godsend in this universe. Like, we discussed this last episode, I think briefly, but GTA X3 Fire Emblem 3 House of mods are probably the best things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think modded GTA is probably the best thing you'll see, just because of all the possibilities you can do, and just the fact that I think GTA 5 is kind of a good way to mod the fuck out of it, because you have 3 main playable characters, and they each fit a specific archetype that you see in common anime and JRPGs, just, more, exaggerated, because the whole thing about Grand Theft Auto is it's a parody on American society and a parody of the modern time period that it takes place in. So it's just fucking great seeing fucking Pilot.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael. This shit's
I just remember at least just like there was the like a comment which actually tried to describe it, that it's just like, this is basically like those 3 Houses GTA mod. This is basically what happens is if you when Byleth joins the Black Eagles because he was horny for Edelgard, then marries her and immediately regrets it for the rest of his life.
And apparently Caspar and Hilda are children.
Can we just talk about how my boy Lorenz has the pass?
Yes.
Oh, right.
That is beautiful as shit. And the fact that it's literally Claude and Lorenz, that's just beautiful as fuck.
Also appropriately, how Trevor is now Dimitri.
Because he has a lot of anger issues. A lot.
Yeah, no kidding.
Also, that one video, I was not expecting Dimitri to get it on with Leone. Leone, of all people!
Then again, you can't always have the coaches for Edelgard, which were Ferdinand and Hubert.
Hubert as a yoga instructor. Did someone say yoga?
Yeah.
We should when I go to a con, I'll have Robbie Damon say that.
Oh God. That sounds comedically horrifying.
Also, apparently, the therapist is Sedith.
Honestly, I was expecting it to be Hanneman.
But no, he's a crime boss.
Yeah. I guess that's how he ended up having to fuel his crest research. How he had to pay for it. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember other characters at least who also got replaced.
Trevor's pals were replaced with
Ash and Dedue.
Ash and Dedue. In that one video, Ash is so pure that he doesn't know how to hold a shotgun properly. It just levitates.
Also, as I want to also say, rip Raphael.
Oh God.
Yeah, they replaced Johnny with Raphael. And unfortunately, if you know how GTA 5 goes,
He did.
Yep.
well, geez, let them off lightly, chaotic. but yeah, unfortunately. Oh yeah, also I remember there was like one thing where just like Dorothea was in there somewhere somehow.
Dorothea
It was with Hanneman. It was with Hanneman.
Yeah.
She was someone. I don't think she even had a line.
Yeah.
She was just there.
She just spat at male Byleth. Chaotic? Can you... You know, this is literally my party right now. Well, replacing Ryan with Melia.
Meanwhile, I'm just still with Shulk and Rhine.
Bruh.
What a bunch of jokers.
My set looks like a bunch of jokers. Let's not lose our heads now.
I just remember that being just like being a joke when Joker came out in Smash. Like they actually did actually make that joke, like literally 8-player Smash, all Joker. Okay, what a bunch of jokers.
Now it's Ren time. Oh.
Also,
oh no, I made
that. Then again, at least for even going back to actually Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, we can always have at least the original IGN review. Ew, because Rain, because plain simple, Rain, Duncan, Napon.
No, Napon.
Napon.
It almost sounds like saying napalm.
I had the same thought.
Ah, yes, Napon. My favorite thing in Xenoblade. Or my favorite species.
But yeah, that was a thing, and it was not good. Who approved of this?
You can't spell ignorant without IGN.
Always the classic joke there.
Yep. Alright, let's talk about one last thing before we wrap this up. Senran Kakura Peach Ball.
Basically, or as I at least would like to describe it, Titty Ninja Pinball.
Yep, but only 5 Titty Ninjas.
Yeah, that's pretty much probably one of my biggest downsides with the game.
And it's the same with Reflections, where they use Asuka, Yumi, Murasaki, Riona, and Yomi.
Yeah, just like simple, I can live, but it would be nice if we had, like, more of the cast.
I mean,
And,
I'm
like-
glad Yumi's in it, but, like, the fact that there's no Kagura or Kikage, I'm just like, my other 2 girls are missing.
Yeah, also, give me Leo!
Right. But yeah, at least even for me, I would actually want there just to be like a way that we could actually just have with at least Haruka. As I know, at least the only time I actually play with her, quote unquote, is actually during the credits for the story.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and
But-
she's actually responsible for the story in the first place. Wait, there's a story?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is. Yes, there is a story for Peach Ball. Basically, video game contest is going on. Riona ended up finding a vial of Haruka's stuff in the bathroom, and she actually drank from it, and she turned into an animal, and then also turned the other girls, Asuka, Yomi, Riona, and Murasaki, basically also into animal girls.
Wait, Riona? Riona was...
Did I say Riona?
Yes, you did.
Oops.
There are 2 Rionas.
Yep. Yeah, oops, my bad. Riona,
Yumi.
Asuka, Yomi, Yumi, and Murasaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, but play it simple. And now it's up to you, yes, you're actually a character, to use a Peach Ball in order to release a in order to release a mist that would actually transform the girl's back. But you need to build up vibrational force in it by playing pinball. Hey, the game's words, not mine.
I mean, of course.
But plain and simple, that's all. Plain and simple, it's Teenage Ninja Pinball. Okay, what else? Honestly, I pretty much said everything about it.
Yeah. The game is surprisingly very addicting.
Well, I mean, pinball can be really addicting at times.
Yeah, I mean, I did play my fair share of pinballs when I was little, and I got into
Don't
it.
get me started on Windows XP pinball.
Oh,
That shit was my jam when I was younger.
bruh. I wish I had to experience that. The stuff I used to watch on my PC was freaking Scooby-Doo.
That makes me feel dated too. But yeah, at least for me at least, a couple of minor downsides for me, at least with Peach Ball. One is, we mentioned at least, is the limited line of girls. Another one is actually, for some reason, the ball feels really floaty. Like, it doesn't feel like how a pinball would move, as far as I would know. It feels a little odd. I got used to it, but still.
Yeah,
Also-
it is very weird.
Yeah, and also, there's only like 2 boards.
I think maybe you can get more as DLC, but I don't know. Maybe I'm
I
wrong
got
about
the,
that.
I got the DLC. I didn't get any boo boards.
Oh,
Or it's the only thing which I got were like more more pinballs, clothes, and diorama poses.
well, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Chaotic, what are you even posting? The March Crumb? We March Crumb out there. Hey, if any of us meet in real life, we're doing the March Crumb. We're doing the DMC.
Honestly, just hearing Crump just makes me think of the Marge clip from Simpsons.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was what we were talking about.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing that dance when we meet in IRL. I'm
But still.
okay.
But
All
yeah.
All right. Closing thoughts. Because we have a lot of cool stuff. Well, not a lot, but gaming, PC gaming.
Atlas hopefully gets us something good.
Yeah.
PS5 is a thing.
PS5 is the thing.
Then you also.
I could be at home playing Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2, but you had to be racist. Oh
I think, yeah, plain and simple. That's a shame, and I still need to play Digital Devil Saga.
Do it.
I know.
Right. Xenophobia Chronicles Definitive Edition is good.
Yes.
It's
very.
Kino.
The Kino thing. Daymare is.
Thank you, Colin, for the use of that word. Now it's in my vocabulary.
Daymare is. It's good from what I've heard from Chaotic.
But a couple of strange mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of weird choices. Good game, just that it's just that mechanic that I won't say pisses me off, it's just annoying.
It's just strange. It's strange.
It's
really.
strange and annoying, and you're just kind of like, and it was cute for 5 minutes.
But it just sort of wears on you a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely wears on you.
Yeah, and then also Vocaloids.
Vocaloids and other random stuff like Titty Ninjas and
Welcome to the good life.
And mods.
and those. Oh yeah, also Undertale is a thing for me again. That's it.
Sub-Zero for Smash.
Sub-Zero ASRB.
Also, just for V, also V mentioning Miku for Valkyria Chronicles when.
I want Miku in everything, dude. I don't even care. I don't care how you justify it. It doesn't have to be. It's like 2B. Put her in anything.
Hey, you know what would be great?
2B as Miku and Miku as 2B.
That, and also a collaboration between Hatsune Miku and gorillas.
Isn't Miku just technically Japanese gorillas at this point? Think about it. Think about it.
I mean, that goes for
Vocaloid
Vocaloid.
is literally just Japanese gorillas.
That's one way of putting
I
it.
remember someone told me that. I'm like, holy shit, it took me 10 years to realize that fucking Miku is basically gorillas.
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, my buddy was like, really? It took you 10 years to notice? Fuck yeah, I've never put 2 and 2 together. Now I want a crossover.
Yeah, let it be a crossover, please, Damon and Jamie. No, anyways. Thanks for watching episode 12. This will be the last episode for a good while because I have something big happening, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled eggplants. Because yeah. But
Yep.
yeah, my stomach. God, my
Mash's
stomach.
Bizarre Adventure, Eggplant is Unbreakable.
Yes.
One way of doing things.
All right.
I still need to do more fucking Bizarre Adventure shit.
Get to it. Get to it, dude. I need to know about the next arc.
Oh, we'll get there. I'm still trying to find out the antagonist. Fuck it, Terry.
Will male Violus be the protagonist instead?
No, he's when we reboot the timeline with Part 8. Because Part 8 is JoJo. Jojoline does that.
Yep.
Technically, Part 7 does it.
It does, but Part 8 makes it even worse.
Right. True.
Alright.
So basically, it repeats just with male Byleth. So it's basically Dragon's Dogma where the cycle of the game repeats, where it switches between male Byleth, female Byleth. So basically, Byleth has gone through this at least 8,000 times.
Jeez. This just reminds me of the Endless 8 and Haruhi.
But yeah, thanks y'all for watching. Again, I said this like 2 minutes ago. But alright. Follow me at Kunoodle2D.
And me, Shinzo Blue.
And Chaotic Sphere 27 if you want memes and waifus.
Alright, thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you next time when it's possible, and if not, stay tuned, stand gorillas, and watch Breepada.
Okay, T-Pain.
Yep, see ya.
Alright, take care, my fellow eggplants. Hi guys, Kunoodle2D here. This is unscripted. I'm recording this after the Eggplant podcast, after recording for the Eggplant podcast, because I do have an important announcement to make. Starting today, I will be on hiatus after what's been going on throughout the past couple of weeks, because it's been affecting my mental state really badly. So, yeah. I hope everybody stays safe during these tough times, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Oh, and there's one last thing that I do want to show you. While I'm also on hiatus, I'll also be working on something me and a friend have been, working on for the past couple weeks or so. And, yeah. So enjoy this. Yeah, stay safe and take care of yourselves.
Hell, it's about time.
It better flippin' happen soon or else I'm gonna flip my shit.